Right, so I thought I'd turn the camera on and record this one. Not a lot of videos that tell you how to remove a dashboard on a Mk3 Megane. I've asked on the Renault forum, there's no one on there. I paid 20 quid to get the Haynes manual, the online version, or whatever it was, 16 quid, and even that's not the best. Right, so just to update you on the Megane project, it's probably going to be a little while before I put it on because I'm just too busy at the moment. So I've had to drop the steering column. The replacement blower motor is installed, so I'll just walk you through this, what you do. So if you get it and it comes as a plastic surrounding like that, take the screws out, so you move that off. There's only tabs, little locking tabs that you take out, and then there's two Torx screws there, or should be there, that lock into that cover. So high resistance on this, there's no continuity in this. I've tested it, it won't spin up. Continuity tested, the second hand one is green on my tester, which is fine. So I've got my multimeter leads connected into the pin. It won't kick up if I plug. So if I go off the plugs, so if I plug the resistor pack in, which is that, if I plug that in and go off the plug that I've got, that's the plug section, because it uses feed from your control panel and sends it into there, which is that multi plug connector there, that one. It's got like a little clip on it like that. So I connected it to that and it won't kick up. It probably will now. I've took the resistor pack out. So if I bench test it, so boost pack, flip that round, I've got my multimeter leads, so we are spinning there, which is what I want. So that should work now when I build the car back up, because I was getting voltages when I originally tested it. I could not find 2014 Mk3 Megane. It is the facelift with this style of dash cluster, so very modern style dash cluster. To take that out, there's little holes there. I put a little pick through and got it to come loose. So there was nothing on the internet. There was a couple of garages that showed you of the dash out, and that was it. Never even told you what you had to undo to take it out, which I thought was quite a bit harsh and a bit, because they are common for going, the Megane ones. So when I took that out, it was damp in there. The common for water runs into here and leaks into the box and seizes the blower motor because it just sits in a puddle of water. So I would imagine the best way to solve that is to always leave the blower motor on, even if it was on 1 or 2 or the low setting, just so it circulates the heat and then the water evaporates with the heat of the heater matrix more than anything. So dashboard, I've had to take the doors off. Doors are there. I've had to take the doors off because there's this bolt here that goes through there, which screws into that section of that cross member. So what you're going to have to do, so top of the dashboard, I forgot myself now, trim pillars, they need to come off, glove box out. You'll see I even bought the Haynes manual, which was 16 quid for the online version, and that really didn't tell you much about it, other like undoing the screws where the little T20s were located or anything. It was a waste of money, to be honest. So I've managed to replace the blower motor now. So that just wants buttoning back up with the little T20s in it. So little trim pieces, your A-pillar trims, they need to come off. Top of the dash is on top of the Corsa. You'll find there's T20s there. If you move across, there's another T20 there. There's a T20 behind there. You need to take the connect unit that sits on top of the dashboard. You need to pull that out, and then you'll find more T20s there. Also passenger airbag. Now this is very important. You need to undo, there's bolts that screw on from that centre frame to that passenger airbag, but you need to take the connectors off. I've damaged one of them, but it will be okay. I will be able to sort it. I've kept all of the plug, so that's what I'm left with. Because you can't get, see that metal frame? Well, the T20s, this is where the airbag goes. So the bolts, which are them, they screw in like that into the airbag, but you've got to take the loom off for the airbag first. I couldn't get in. Didn't explain much on Autodata what you did. Not Autodata, on the Haynes manual. I only even looked on Autodata, and that doesn't tell you much either. So I was very unhappy with all these manuals that don't even tell you any of this. So done one now, and I won't be in a rush to do one again unless you was charging a little bit of money for it, because this is just stupid. But anyway, even the Nissan ones aren't this well. The Nissan ones are a bit easier for unclipping the wiring, but there's just too much wiring knocking about here for all this. And luckily you can take that top section off, which is easier. So you need to take the T30 bolts out there, or they are a 10mm socket. Undo them. You need to take them airbag wiring off. Then the top section of the dashboard will come out then. It is a bit of a ROM. Best idea, drop the steering wheel, leave it resting on the seat like that so you don't damage the UJ in it. Just take your time with it and make sure you undo all the wiring from the column, because it needs to be undone. It's time consuming, and I've had this car for about a week, and I've been doing a couple of hours after work, with amongst other things. Just been really busy at the minute, so I just thought I'd film this. We are Saturday night actually. So we're picking up a project tomorrow, so that should be good for the channel. So any questions on this Megane, please let me know, and please just ask. I will try my very best. You'll also notice, to take this centre frame off, there's 10mm bolts there. There is like a metal bracket. You need to take this off. They're the 10mm for that, because that sits like that on the. There's more heating ducts and everything else with it. It's a flipping pain. Be sure to disconnect your battery also. I'm not sure what you probably will lose some settings, but I do know it is easier to disconnect the battery. That bracket is on the driver's side. That is held in with 10mm bolts. So you need to undo that before you can take the centre section off. So you'll have bolts there and there, both sides, and then them long bolts out. Obviously I've took the doors off both sides. It's just a pain. So yeah, I'm going to go home now because I'm tired, and I need to go and pick that project up tomorrow, and I've got to be up at 5:30 because I'm going delivering a car as well, which is a sales one. That red limited edition Corsa. What did... I don't think I've done the video for that either. I've not even edited that. I've got videos to edit that I've still not edited, which I'm sorry about. I'm just busy at the minute. Still trying to pass. I need to sort my Nissan training out as well, because I need to stay accredited for 2020, so then I can go and get my Master Technician and GTR Master Technician then. So yeah, so any questions on the Megane, please just ask, and I'll try my best to help you out. I'm hoping there is some information in this video, or at least some points that are better than what else is out there at this very current moment in time. So this is a 2014 Mk3 facelift Renault Megane. There's not much info on the forums. They are very helpful though. They will guide you through and they will try their best to help you, because it's that new, this car, that this isn't done. Was told by my mate, he works for a Renault dealer, that they try and reset them first using the CAN clip or whatever they use, the Renault diagnostics. They try and reset them first before doing any of this, because this is just stupid. I think Autodata even said to take the heater box out was 2.4 hours, which I don't know how you come to that conclusion. I just don't know. So I'm not taking the heater box out because it is on the new Aircon gas, which is YF1234A or something. It is on the new gas, because I have seen the plate somewhere. The sticker is not on now though, but I'm fairly sure it is on the new gas, because it is a 14. I could be wrong, because we were on some R134A, which was the old refrigerant. We were on some of that in 2014, certainly on the Nissan stuff. So I didn't want to take that out, because that just becomes even more of a headache. Because if you know, the new gas, very expensive, and the old gas has risen in price, so it's not even cheap anymore for air conditioning. So I hope there's some interesting points, and anyone with a Mk3 Megane with the blowers not working can at least do some testing and figure out what was causing their issue, and they can get to the bottom of it, and they can pull the blower motor out and kind of have a better idea than what I've had with pulling this out. I've tried to pull as much of the loom off as possible, just so it's not pulling on anything. Renaults are not exactly known for being good for wiring anyway in the first place. The looms are designed so that there is no slack in the loom, just purely cost saving. So yeah, so any questions, just ask. Please give me a like and subscribe to the channel if you like the content and you want to see more of the content. Please click the bell notification button to be notified when I put new content out on the channel. And if you didn't like the video, please let me know, and please leave me a thumbs down, let me know in the comments. Try my best. Thanks for watching.